Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Scavver's Hoard mod, which is being made by user Redmar. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a wonderful new player home for you to enjoy. And that new lovely domicile is the Scavver's house, which is a beautiful little 3-story run-down home with the 2 main floors and a basement with nearly every amenity an adventurer in the Commonwealth could desire. And it is a pretty nice little run-down shack, perfect for the Scavvers around here, and is pretty easily accessible. Now, as for exactly where you do find it in the world, we are just to the west of the Forest Grove Marsh on the outskirts of town, where you find the Scavver's house, which does thankfully have a nice little fast travel icon here, so you can quickly and easily make it back home whenever need be. And as for the overall location, I mean, at least in a north-south perspective, it's fairly centralized, but of course east-west, definitely not. But with that fast travel icon and the fact that you end up in this area pretty early on in the game, I'd say it's a pretty useful home nonetheless. So let's take a look at what all we do get here. Now for the exterior, it's, well, I mean, it's just another one of the many run-down houses in the world. Just this one has a pretty sweet interior. Now we do have a little bit of decoration on the outside with some lovely pink flamingos, a scratched-off welcome sign, and a terrifying Jangles the Moon monkey. God, those things just, they terrify me. I hate them. And that's really it for the exterior. Now on the inside is where, well, everything is. So let's head on into the house. And as mentioned, it is a 3-story home effectively, with 2 stories and a basement, where you come into the main floor here, which is your kitchen and living room area. The kitchen, of course, having a cooking station for you, as well as a bit of storage. Now heading on upstairs, you've got the bedroom/office area, where the office has a lovely blank terminal for you to use for holotape games, and also there is one of the crafting stations up there, as well as some storage. And heading on downstairs in the basement, that is the main crafting area of the home, where you'll find the majority of the crafting stations, as well as quite a bit of storage. And all in all, this is a pretty lovely home with a lot of great decoration. Now, one thing about the decoration in here is the vast majority of it, well, in fact, all of it really, is static objects, so you can't knock them around. It also does mean you can't loot them, but, you know, if you've got your companion in here with you, they're not going to be, like, knocking over plants and whatnot. But let's take a more in-depth look at what all we got here. We got a lot of fun little posters here on the entranceway right from the door with a bat, sadly you can't grab. And then you come into the main living room area, which the only useful thing in here is the couch, but otherwise the decorations are pretty nice. I do love all the electronics there. The nice little plant in a pumpkin, and of course we have our kitchen area with a very useful cooking stove, some storage in the refrigerator, as well as a sink that you can drink fresh water from. So if you are in a survival playthrough, you do have some nice fresh water there. I only wish we could grab some of these supplies from the shelf, but again, they are static objects, purely there for decoration. Now, another fun little thing we've actually got here on the main floor is the bathroom, which, I mean, is cool. Not exactly the most useful thing with an unusable toilet and sink, but a cool bathtub. I actually quite like that bathtub. It's just overflowing with plants and more of them flamingos. In fact, there's a number of those in the house for reasons. Now let's head on upstairs to the bedroom area. There we are. Open that up. We, of course, have our lovely bed right here, as well as some storage with the dressers here, as well as the first of our, well, I guess the cooking stove is the first crafting bench, so I guess this is number 2, where we have an armor workbench just sitting on top of the dressers. Now, moving on from the right-hand side, we have a closet here with some more of those terrifying monkeys, and a steamer trunk for your storage needs, as well as more just lovely decoration, and another freaking flamingo. So many flamingos. And then, of course, we do have the office area with a desk for more storage. A terminal, like mentioned, is blank, so you can just use it to load on holotapes. And then we have a lovely seating area with some bookshelves and some nice teddy bears there that, once more, like everything else, you can't grab. And a terrifying mounted mole rat head. Good times! Now let's head on down into the basement of this home, across from the flamingo bathroom. And down here, as mentioned, is your main crafting area, where you've got a weapon workbench here, a chemistry workbench over here, and plenty of storage with a duffel bag, a safe, an ammo box, as well as, I believe, something else around here, if I'm remembering right, or that may actually have been... Ah, yes, the toolbox and tool case right here for additional storage. Other than that, just some more nice static decorations. We got some more house plants, a nice little audio thing with a fun little bear inside of a rec monitor down there, and of course another bathroom that has really no use, but you got a washer and dryer, so good times there, and another freaking Jangles the Moon Monkey. God, I hate those things. And yeah, that's really it for this lovely little home. It's a pretty simple house. It is not a settlement build mode area, so you can't change decorations or set a provision or anything like that. It is purely a home for you to use, store stuff in, use the various crafting stations, and to rest and relax from a long day in the Commonwealth with a number of pink flamingos staring you down in nearly every room. Good times! And yeah, just overall, it is a lovely little home in a pretty decent, early accessible location that I quite enjoy. Very well decorated and just looks great. So if you'd like to take a look at this lovely little player home for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that, my friends, is going to be it for this one today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed and you do come back for the next. But until that time, thank you for watching. And as always, have a good one.